Absolutely alphas. We are out here. Hey. Hope y'all appreciate the new setup we doing for y'all.
New setup, y'all.
And here to deliver more truth about hip hop to y'all. Here today with Boosie Badazz, the artist formerly known as Lil Boosie, with Badazz 3.5. Reviewing that today for you guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button right away and hit the notification bell that appears next to it after. It's not a big deal. Like, it's only weekly notifications you'll get, so you're not gonna get like a bunch of them. And you know, show some support. You know, thanks for all our support so far.
And thanks for tuning in again.
Make sure you
we
comment
appreciate you guys.
as well.
And we've been doing a lot of research, and there's a lot to come. And you know, this is a niche podcast, and we're growing our niche. So we thank you for your support. Again, don't forget about the Himalayan apps. You can leave us tips there. Patreon, don't forget about that. Make sure you subscribe. On iTunes, when you go to iTunes, their algorithm is funky, so be sure to leave us a review. Say something.
Yeah.
Anything. Just say something. Because comments is what drives our presence on iTunes. So we wanted to let you know.
Yeah, so that. Especially, of course, if you're listening on iTunes right now, obviously, right? Excuse me. So, yeah, that wine there. How was your week?
It was good. Got a lot done. Went to Richmond yesterday. We went to the RVA brewery. I took a walk around, I think it's Boyd Park, some like national or state park we went to. That was pretty dope. Cairo was with us.
Aww.
Everybody was on his heels, like, oh, you cute as shit or whatever. And I said Maltese. I thought it was a girl. I'm like, hey, he's a boy. And oh my goodness.
I guess all Maltese look like girls in real life. Like,
yeah, it's like one of those breeds where it's you just automatically assume it's a female.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was a nice day. I'm glad it's getting warm outside. It's still an annoying chill in the air that just won't seem to go away.
And then the pollen is out, so it's like that's extra annoying.
Yeah,
like, if you're gonna be warm, turn all the way up. Don't like be cold and with pollen outside. Like, what the fuck?
And then I got an inspection, and I found out that the guy who sold me the car put a fake sticker on there.
I'm sorry, sis.
So I had to get all my fixtures right away, which I'm glad it wasn't that much money, but still, I'm gonna look on my list of things to do this week. Get his ass locked up, if possible, or whatever retribution I can seek.
Yeah,
I shall seek retribution.
We'll be doing some research on that.
How was your week?
It's been, I mean, it's the same old stuff. Just eat, sleep, trade, train. Trading and training. That's my life now.
Okay,
TNT. Right, that's all it's about now. So, you know, hopefully I have big things to show y'all soon, like in the next few months, you know. And you'll see the results here too. Like,
Boosie Badazz 3.5.
So 3.5 Boosie Badazz. So who do you say was going first?
We gonna flip the coin?
No. You know, we ain't doing this shit no more. We're gonna flip this coin. What's up? So you said
heads. I'm heads.
Your heads, okay. Oh, I'm doing it again. Do you want the extra flip at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, because that would have been me that time.
Okay.
Okay, so
you flip and then you flip it on your hand. That's the official one. It's on your hand.
All right, that's what it is.
Ow.
So this is going first.
Winner, chicken motherfucking dinner. Okay, so. This man's birth name, for those of you who do not know, is Torrance Hatch Jr., born November 14th, 1982. Thank you, brother. He's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He began in the 90s with a concentration camp, which was a hip-hop collective, just like XXXTentacion's album that we reviewed a few episodes ago. He released his first album in 2000 entitled Youngest of the Camp. And I'm thinking he was saying he was youngest of the camp that he was with them. I thought he was actually older because he's 82, so he's my age. 30, man, well, I probably should have said that, but whatever, you know now. But yeah, I don't know why I thought he was older than that. Anyway, he released his first album in 2000, like I said. He was actually on death row until 2012
Damn.
when he was found not guilty on murder charges. Murder. He did 5 years and he was released early 2014. His labels include Trill Entertainment, Badass Music Syndicate, and Atlantic Records. This album is actually considered a follow-up to his Christmas album called Savage Holidays. Picture him in front of the Christmas tree like.
He had a couple.
And the plot on everybody.
I saw a couple Christmas covers with him. Like
that was released in December of last year.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he did that a few times though.
So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. I'm gonna be quick. Let's start out with the opening track, Ball. And as Brother and I discussed, this is a very literal album. So there's no subliminal artistic, messages that are hidden deep within the lyrics or the title track. It is what it is. Ball, they're talking about ball. The opening track, excuse me, it's dope. How he adds the beat to his flow. It reminds me of Ain't My Fault, Master P. If you listen to Ain't My Fault, Master P, it's the same bass line. Same bass line. I like that he mentions V more in there because we're a bunch of killers, as you may already know. So I like the opening track. I give that 2 thumbs up. Second, Bonnie and Clyde. Hated it. Chorus is annoying because he's like Bonnie, Clyde. I hate when rappers do that. Just take a word and like just drag it out, and their voice is so monotone and annoying. And oh my god, it was so annoying. Next one, F.U.C.K. The Night Away. Sounds amateur. It didn't even sound like a real track. It sounded like they made it in a basement studio. I was not impressed with that at all. Next track, only feature on the album that I recognize, Webby. Good Old Days. I liked it mainly for the old school references. He talked about Whitney Houston, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, etc. Webby was okay too, and like I said, he was the only feature. The next song is Ho. Can you play Ho?
Yeah, let's see something's Ho.
Please don't, these hoes out here. The song is badass. The beat is straight. It's a straight gangster beat. Like,
okay,
I appreciate it.
Really?
Definitely a ride around before I kill somebody beat. Definitely one of those beats like
yeah,
all right.
That's no fun out here.
I need to
and I got nails.
It's like before I go murder this person, I need some motivation. This is the track that Killer would listen to, is what I'm trying to say.
Here you go.
They already know, apparently. So,
damn.
I want you to beat. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Keep that in the background on here. I don't give a fuck, hated it. Another if you know, I know. It's like that long drag out. It's annoying. But it still reminded me of another No Limit track. I can't think of which one though.
That is like, wait, weren't like
they from the same place,
like Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay. So
that's where
Cash Money, yeah.
Cash
But
Money
I thought No Limit was too though.
I feel like I
correct us. Yeah. We're not gonna take time to research that at this moment. We didn't. Yeah.
So next, Insecure and Beautiful. Okay, I guess it's a nice message. I guess he's trying to say, oh, you're beautiful, but you don't even know it. Or maybe he's just trying to smash. I'm not sure which one's going on in this song. But,
he a hood nigga, so he got it. It's always gonna sound like that.
I'm gonna look on the up and up and say he's trying to help herself escape. Because, maybe, perhaps.
That's how hood niggas do it, though. That's how they talk.
Yeah. You don't even know you're beautiful, girl. Then never talk to her again. But maybe he really likes her. I'm thinking he might really like her. No? Okay.
He probably does. No, you're right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he does.
Okay, good. Alright, Lucifer is next. And we both like this song because we're evil. The concept, I ain't even gonna say it's dope because it's literal. It's literally the devil talking to him saying, we're doing bad things because he's like, I don't want to. He's like, you gotta do them though. You gotta be bad. Pure Lucifer bad. So that's what that's about. The devil is a liar. The beat is fire though. The beat on Lucifer is fire. Marijuana, boo, that's the next track, too repetitive. On the Flap, I liked On the Flap. I appreciate On the Flap. It's a catchy new phrase. It's a bouncy beat, very catchy. translate to anything like off the rip, off top, first off. Very super violent track. Really doesn't want to give this dude dap that he's talking about. Like, he keeps saying, I don't want to give him dap off the flat. So like off the break, you know. But I thought that was funny because he kept saying, there's a guy who really does not want to give that to you. And he's serious about it. So we need to find out who that guy is. If you guys know who that is, inbox us. Next, Real Gangster. There was a time, and I rewinded this on this song, where I heard him say, he mentions a time when he was selling my dick. It was weird and unexpected. But he did do a bit.
Oh, okay, hold up. I think I have a similar note. Let me make sure it's the same song. Real Gangster. Real Gangster.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he said, I know a nigga named Tulu out the park. Never talked. Took his leg, sucked my dick. He said, suck my dick.
So there's a lot of homosexual undertones in this track. I didn't even catch that one. So
I think you wrote the same thing, but you didn't.
No, mine say selling my dick. When he actually was like, I was selling my dick. On the track. If I'm wrong, I gotta look it up on Genius. Because I swear that's what he said. I was driving when I
This was the beginning of the first verse. Where I wrote
not driving, but we're riding. You said what?
The beginning of the first verse was the excerpt that I copied here. So like, I wonder what his accent if you just wrote that. You know what I mean? And it's sounding like, I don't know, but it did sound like some. There was that, and there was like another like questionable line in there too. Like, yeah.
All right, I'm almost done out here. Southern Smoke, and okay, it was violent, didn't really move me. This World Fucked Up. That's what it's about. Like I said, it's a very literal album. It's about the world and just being messed up. Current Times track, the beat is decent. Talking real life situations, a lot of real life situations that he discusses here. It's a cold world, and Boosie says it is how it goes. That's how it is, and that's how it goes. Next, Thug Life. So first of all, let's talk about Thug Life. If you're gonna have a track entitled Thug Life, which is also emblazoned on the late, great, fantastic Tupac Shakur, may he rest in peace. You need to make the beat. You need to make the track fire. Right. And it was not. And I'm upset about it. So, that's what I'm going to say. It needs to bang. And it didn't. The flow, however, was catchy. I will say that. I will give him that. But it did not bang. And I am annoyed by that. So, next track. Second to last track. We Ain't Got Much. I'm not a big fan. And we were discussing this as well. We'll have a little discussion before we do the actual review. And I'm not a fan of children voices on tracks. And even when Nas did it back in the day, I was like, it's not bad. I think it's super commercially. Like it gives it like a whole new commercial feel that it's just not as hip hop to me. But I don't want to sound like I don't like positive messages, because usually there's a positive message in a song like that. But I'm like, just put the kids on the track. Like, make kids have their own lane of music. Like, don't mix it up. That's just my personal opinion. Let me know how you guys feel. But the kids are funny and very sassy on the intro. Like, we don't need to be breaking pencils. You need to use them in school. They real sassy kids too. So it was really cute. It was cute. But I just sincerely don't think it's too for me. A nice hood tribute track, I thought it was. He never had mustard, always mayonnaise. That's something that he mentioned. He's reminiscing. He's reminiscing on how it used to be and what he had, what he didn't have, and he's grateful and thankful. So that's nice. My favorite track was Ho, and I give the album 6.
Appreciate you, sir.
More concept would have been better. Yeah. I did pick Boosie over the other guy because the album he had, he struggled with cancer for a while. I remember that was his album cover for like 2 or 3 albums ago. When he first got out, he came out with an album like 2016.
Damn.
He had like a picture of the man, so he was battling with that, and that album was really nice. And it wasn't, I'm not gonna say really nice, but I liked the album, and I thought this would be on that level, and it wasn't. But he was like fresh, not too fresh. I feel like a lot of that shit he wrote in prison. You know what I mean? Gotcha. He got out in 2014. It was like 2016. So But yeah, that's, you know, but this album was a little bit more disappointing than that, because I probably would have gave that like an 8. But I give this one like a 6. So that's my review, guys. Let me know what you think.
Appreciate it, sis. Alright. Yeah, so my brief history I just went across my legs. I don't want to do that. Like I think it's coming from giving across my legs. Boosie Badazz, formerly known as Lil Boosie. So brief background. I mean, I used to hear him here and there, maybe featuring tracks or him being featured, and you know, just really just on the radio. I never really cared for his sound, and what I mean by that is like his voice and flow, kind of like how you feel about E40.
Yeah.
So, but and I gotta admit, I don't do this often, but I have made myself aware of the possibility that I could have wrote him off based on that, and really never gave his execution a chance. Which I something I pride myself on usually not doing it, but there's a possibility I could have done that before. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, I was compelled to do a little light research. I have more notes than usual, but it helps me structure my reviews better and be more accurate, I think, on my number when I get to the end. So okay, so first of all, a quote from Google or Wiki, like he has at least 8 children. I thought that was funny. Like at least they didn't even want to count the kids. Like at least 8 children. Like damn. So I mean, so that's his life. I mean, and then he's doing the most. Like you said, charged, just got out, cancer. Like I mean, he is definitely living a life for damn sure. Like goddamn, a lot going on. This album collectively is very retro. It sounds like it was recorded some years ago, and like he's just releasing it. That's what it sounds like to me. So I mean, and yeah, like I mean, it just has an old sound to it. So I mean, to your point, I like if he did it this way, and I think, I mean, he has 20+ years in the game.
Right.
So I think most rappers who have been rapping that long, especially like rappers like, you know, from like the 90s and stuff that are still around, and even 80s, like they tend to sound about the same.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, put beats and everything, I think, like just, you know, for the most part. I mean, it's really a high note when rappers do like adapt to the time. I think, you know, that is a sign of greatness. But, you know, it's good for your fans too if you just kind of keep it the way you had it, you know. So like, obviously I'm thinking that, like, the point I'm making is I think that this is a fan appealing. You know, I mean, if you like Boosie, I mean, you're gonna fuck with the album.
Like the album, right?
Yeah, you know, I think so. So my track by track, Ball, you know, he's telling you right away this album, who this album is for and who it ain't for. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
the niggas in the streets.
It kind of reminds me when King Push said, you know, this ain't for the conscious. So like he's you know, so Boosie's telling you right away, like, this album, you know,
prefacing, setting the precedence.
It's for the streets, you know what I mean? It's for and all the different street characters that he listed.
Right.
And he shouted out Baltimore, which I appreciated. He had me thinking that he was from Baltimore at first, but then I found out he was from Louisiana. Bonnie and Clyde, I was surprised that you didn't like it. That was my best beat on the album. That was my best beat. Because I mean, his singing with with whatever that instrument is, it's not a guitar, but it has like a high pitch to it. And you probably won't hear it because I don't want to turn up too loud here on the show. But I mean, I'll go ahead and play that now. Actually, Bonnie and Clyde, my best beat. Ball. So he started off, like, you know, with a good theme in the beginning with Ball, because I mean the execution was, you know what I mean, decent. Bonnie and Clyde, I mean, most of the album has, like, unfortunately, trash execution though. And really, my overall synopsis, mostly trash execution and trash beats. That's the majority of the album, but I still have a track by track to explain why I think that. Then we have Fuck the Night Away. So this starts a sharp decline in the album right away. Sharp, because I mean the beat is terrible, and I can do this on like our metrics show one day or something, but like, or our metrics episode, but like you can't fuck up a chick song. Like if you're a rapper, like there's very little room for error to fuck up a chick song. But the song is relatable because in the first season of our episode, we should go back and watch our the first season of our episodes. I actually said that couples be focusing the wrong shit and they need to do more fucking. So that makes the song relatable. Slight points there, I guess. You know what I mean? But yeah, he had some. Okay, another note here. In the first verse, he had some dual rhyming going on with like his lines with like not multi-syllable back to back, but he would like have like two, I guess, chords of rhymes, and he kept doing that. And I thought that was like good. But the second verse was like all the way terrible. Like it was like the second verse was like he wasn't even rhyming. Like what the fuck you doing? You know what I mean?
100% trash.
So Good Old Days is like him literally being retro, talking about the good old days. You know what I mean? So reminiscing for you 80s babies out there. Another terrible beat. And it's now I can really it's being really revealed at this point for the third track in a row that he's just not an executioner. Like I mean, in the first track he was like in ball, he was doing okay, but it's like okay.
Yeah.
Webby is offbeat. That's the featuring artist. Webby, he's offbeat. He's not even like on beat with his flow. Like what the fuck is he doing? The album is also funny. The album is also like funny because what did I say about Webby? He was off beat.
What the fuck is he doing?
He wasn't like rapping on beat. Like what was he doing? So the album is funny because one is literal, like you said, and there are funny lines in here too. So like most of my notes I think are just the lines that I thought were funny. So like in Ho, like he was like, "We done just killed the Ho."
A lot of killing.
We done just killed. Like they proud to kill that Ho.
Not lots.
Like very little.
He beat a murder charge, you guys. Let's talk about it. He beat a murder charge. He was on a whole death row. And there's like, it was like, look, the lawyer was like, "Look, give me $1 billion and I'll get you off." So the whole hood raised $1 billion. Alright, I'm done.
Damn. Goddamn. Alright, so I don't give a fuck is next. So he has a quote from I believe Juvenile here. "I'll bust your ass up. I'm gonna take a little nigga and I'm ready to mask up." So I was a Juvie head back in the day.
Yeah, Juvie.
So
he got a new song though too.
Oh
Birdman.
shit, I gotta check it out. Yeah, I don't like Birdman, but I'll
Birdman
listen.
is trash.
I'll listen to it. I'll listen to that Juvie though. Then another funny line. "You gotta whoop that bitch."
Thanks to what's his name? What's your boy name? Old Empire. Lucius. Lucius. In the words of the wise Lucius, whoop that trick.
"You gotta whoop that bitch." So yeah, Boosie is making me laugh a lot on this album. So listen to the album. If you're not a Boosie fan, if you're not familiar with him, listen to this just for the comedic value. And okay, so better execution and beat here too. This is one of my better tracks overall in the album. Insecure and Beautiful. Line here says, "Girl, you so beautiful, and your toes beautiful." Your toes, please. Your toes are beautiful too. Okay.
He's obviously a footman. I will also take that into consideration.
Terrible beat and rhyme scheme again. It's just an awful song, but it's funny though. Lucifer, probably the strongest theme on the album.
Yes.
So about the devil, the bars are improved, decent bars. And another note here too. So I think the Boosie Badazz persona is an excuse for him to like switch away from that high pitched flow, because he goes in, because it sounds like he has featured artists and he doesn't. I think the only featured artist is Webby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so like I mean, so it's like he's featuring himself because he's going.
But that delusional voice is deep.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I mean he has a good excuse to do that now, but he does that throughout the album. Really, he goes off and on with his voice, and I think that's what he did with Boosie Badazz. Like he didn't do Lil Boosie high pitch, like super country anymore. Like he's like doing like the deeper
serious, like it's a more serious tone that he takes on when it's deep.
Yeah, so he has a multifaceted flow, which is that's appreciable. And then the devil was like, here's some more comedy. The devil like, "I ain't got no friends, and you shouldn't have them either. You need to beef with all the rappers. Fuck them rappers."
Classic.
No,
classic Lucifer.
Back to back. You need to beef with all the rappers. Fuck them rappers. Take from the weak. Kill everybody.
Very obvious, literal. I would think he would have taken an approach where he made it like his best friend talking to him, and then at the end was like, "Oh, it's really the devil." But no, he just makes it the obvious devil talking to him about the most evilest things. The entire, like, so literal.
Yeah, very reminiscent of DMX and his Damien themes.
Even Damien was like a little more creative than this.
Oh yeah, it was. But it really, but that was like the most creativity I think he had in the album. Unfortunately,
it is. Yep.
Marijuana, again, very literal. Some of the lines aren't even rhyming again, so he decided to go that route to not rhyme.
He just made it up.
Like
on the flat.
Off the flat, like you said, this is his attempt to add some new slang to the game. So that's what's up.
It could be probably a commercial track, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, except the beats on this album aren't good enough for, like, I can't see any of these songs being singles.
On the flat, okay.
So and it's like that's something you can't really afford when your rhymes is whack, yo. Like you can't just have whack beats too. Like even Designer had good beats in this album.
Like 2 beats I like on the whole album.
So off the flat, fuck you, your mama. Hold on, listen to it. Fuck you, your mama, bitch, and fuck all your damn friends.
I had a lot of aggression to be a follow to a holiday album.
So I put The Real Gangster was an overall like one of the better songs too. Even though this is the gay track. Because I just say that because like it's very personal about the people that he knows, obviously. So you know it's I mean it's a you know that's what's up. You know what I mean, give a shout out to his people. You know what I mean, the stuff he went through and people personally. Southern Smoke, beat and execution picks up here, so I appreciated that. The World Fucked Up, obviously the best concept song by far. You know, talking about Trump and just the world being fucked up.
Nipsey Hussle died at 33. I'm sorry.
That just saying, y'all. Nipsey Hussle died at 33. Damn.
Wow.
R.I.P. I remember last year I was like I got a Google notification that Nipsey Hussle had made an album, and I couldn't find the shit anywhere. Like I couldn't even find it on YouTube, Spotify, and I fuck with Nipsey Hussle, man. So I'm sorry. Damn.
My heart hurt right now.
That kind of threw me off.
I'm just watching him and Lauren London do like a couple questions on a couple Q&A.
That just fucked me up just now. Like, yeah, but I'm almost done with my review though. Thug Life, nothing really to talk about here. Trash track, like you said, and then like it's such a cliche title at this point. It's so old, like Thug Life. And
right.
And then it's like,
and then you didn't even do it justice. I'm mad.
And then it's like I said, I mean he I think the album was recorded. It could have been recorded like in the early 2000s. Like I mean, like, and also in the basement too. It could have been recorded in the basement in like 2002. Like, and he's just not releasing it. That's really how I feel. Because even like in the 90s, this album would have been trash. So it's like, I mean,
it's not a bad concept.
I mean, you failed to like even evolve like I don't know. It's like I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like. This album came out in '96. That's when he started rapping eventually. But if he dropped this album in '96, it still would have been bad. So it's really bad now. So we ain't got much. You know what I mean? Again, so
what you get?
Okay, I'm gonna finish this last track. So we ain't got much with the kids, right? Mm-hmm. So to your point with the kids, again, if you're gonna doing the kids thing is a super commercial thing, and you should at least have a good beat to go with it, so it could be a commercial track. So it's like, you know, right? I mean, I'm okay with like putting kids in your track, but it's like, okay, if you're gonna be that commercial, like, I mean, it should be presentable. It should be presentable to like the radio. But better execution here. So overall, like, I mean, the number that I'm really kind of stuck on is like a 3.5 for this album. So yeah, so Badazz, Boosie Badazz is you know pretty much made sure that he's on my list now of like
do not listen. Like
kind of like what Future did to me. Future made 2 trash albums in a row. He made one with Juice WRLD, and he made one by himself. Both of them trash, 2 in a row. That's it. I'm done. So this once again here, do better, Boosie. You know what I mean? I know you say he made better albums before. I mean,
this is gonna be better.
I may never find out. what he did.
Damn, Gina. Well, that's her review.
Yeah, so again, make sure you comment your number, your opinions. If you think I'm full of shit, I don't know what I'm talking about. Make sure you hit subscribe, notification bell.
Let us know what you
appreciate
feel.
y'all.
Feedback, subscribe,
thank
share,
y'all so much.
Follow. We love you guys.
Especially on iTunes, make sure you comment there too.
So I found a lyric right here. It's only, I did the search for DICK. So it said, verse 1 took on the Real Gangster, where we thought he had some homophobic lyrics. So it said, I know a nigga named Tulu out the park, never talked, took his leg, sucked my dick. In my book, he's a G. What that mean? What you mean he took his leg and then sucked my, why do you say that right in the book? The only other thing down further in this verse, it said, I gotta give respect to my boy to the death of R. She told me the boy, he going hard. The nigga dick get hard.
But he said she told him that. So like
she told the boy he going hard. The nigga dick get hard.
Yeah, she told him. The woman told him.
Okay. Alright, well, the first part is.
Yeah, the first part is all the way like, yeah, like he's probably getting his dick sucked by a man.
But again, we thank you. Absolutely Alpha's out. We will see you next time. Again, if you got any suggestions, reach out, absolutelyalphas@gmail.com. We're on all platforms, YouTube, iTunes.
Or just comment too, like, you know, no one's emailing me. I mean, the email's cool, I'm just saying, but just comment. You know?
Yeah, and Alphas explain too. And let us know what you think, how you feel, suggestions,
thank you.
Everything. But we appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic week. Thank you.
See ya.
Peace.
Purchase your track.